Our Sunday specials. Gone are the days when parents discourage their children from pursuing a career in sports. In this special report, correspondent Janefrances Nweze tells us about a young gymnast, Stephanie Onusiriuka, and her journey in the world of gymnastics.
Many dream it, but not all work towards achieving it. In the case of Stephanie Onusiriuka, it is a dream backed by intensive hard work. Onusiriuka is a 13-year-old gymnast with a dream to represent Nigeria at the Olympic Games someday. She's combining her secondary school education with sports and sometimes has to travel out of her base for tournaments and training tours. She won her first medal in the sport at the age of 8, and with the victory medals gleaming proudly around her neck, she tells me about her life as a student and a gymnast.
I started my first gymnastics competition in National Youth Games, which was in 2019 and 2022. And I've also gone for the National Sports Festival, which was in 2020 and 2022. And internationally, I've also won the African Cup Championship in South Africa, which was in 2019 and 2022, which were gold medals. What made me draw attention to gymnastics was, as I started growing up from 2 years old, I started watching YouTube videos online on gymnastics and also drill, so I can get my body, so that my body can be stronger. And I now got my parents somebody introduced my parents to a gym in National Stadium here for me to start gymnastics, and that's how I grew more in gymnastics. It's been very easy and also challenging, especially whenever I'm training. I used to get scared of some skills, which makes you be afraid of doing them. But it's also very easy because when I do the skills, I get more comfortable with it and try to perfect it, and I always get it.
Onusiriuka broke into dominance in 2019 when she won her first international gold medal in South Africa. Considering how young she was, the unwavering support from her family is evident.
Stephanie started gymnastics when she was 2 years old. We noticed her being unusual because she's always turning upside down while climbing the stairs. One leg is always up while she's eating. So she was just, everything about her was just gymnastics until we were able to get a place for her in the national. She started training at 7 years old, and she went for her first international competition when she was 8 years old and won a gold medal.
My parents have been very supportive, especially my mom, because she has always been helping with the funds. She has always been helping to hustle for money for my competitions and training tours abroad. She has always been here whenever I'm training and always supporting me.
Most athletes have a role model or icon that inspires them. Onusiriuka may not share the exact same story with her role model, but she inspires her.
My role model in gymnastics is Simone Biles. She has inspired me in all of her competitions, especially when she's very confident. Even though she has fallen down a lot of times, I'm still inspired by her because she always keeps on going and tries to have fun and also try to perfect her skills to be on top.
Her story is inspiring, indicating hard work, dedication, and belief in herself. One way or another, she influences the people around her. Her brothers, Victor and David, are aspiring footballers, while her sister Valerie is training to be an athlete.
To school in the morning, then from school we come straight to the gym. Sometimes she trains into the night, so I'm always packing everything in the car. My car is just like my second home, so everything is always in the car for her, from school to the gym, from gym back to the house.
When I saw her doing sports, I wanted to do sports like her. I used to do gymnastics like her too, but then I stopped when I started watching football.
I've seen my sister win gold medals in gymnastics, and I also want to win medals in athletics.
Actually, she's not only my classmate, but she's my best friend. She's like a sister to me. She understands me, I understand her, and she's a really good influence on me. She's a really good friend.
When I see Stephanie or my sister Moni Okoranga with medals, I think that since my sister and my sister's friend is doing well, I should also have a chance to also do well, because I've always been wanting to play football for my country, Nigeria.
Stephanie is an amazing gymnast. We want to be like her when we grow up. We look up to her. She's like a big sister to us.
As a school, Stephanie have really given us a different perspective on how to set up standards for students to merge their academics with their sporting activity.
Nigeria made its Olympic debut in gymnastics at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. It was an individual effort of a Nigerian-born, US-based Uche Eke, who has spoken on poor infrastructure in Nigeria.
Me growing up in America, I was lucky enough to have nice equipment to train on and, you know, compete. And when I come here to Nigeria and go to the gyms, I see so much talent, but just no equipment. So if they can do all that stuff with no equipment, imagine what can happen with equipment.
Coming this far, Stephanie Onusiriuka has been under the tutelage of gymnastic coach Tony Asuko. He believes in her skills, ability and her dream to become a global phenomenon someday.
Kids like Stephanie should be taken very seriously in Nigeria. Yes, I've worked with her for 5 years now, and then we've been able to build a skill from the grassroots to the competitive levels.
Visiting Onusiriuka at her training gym, she tells us about the quality of the facilities in the country.
Currently, Nigeria does not have a lot of equipment because our equipments are getting torn up, and also the rats keep on eating up the mat and the bars keeps on peeling off. I even have to travel abroad to get proper training and train in a proper gym so I won't get injured. I know that I'm ready for the Olympics, but it comes with a lot of financial demands which my parents are not able to afford now. But with the help of more Nigerians and brands, I believe that in the next upcoming Olympics I'll be able to represent Nigeria in gymnastics in the Olympics for the first time as a female gymnast.
As the echoes of the 2024 Olympics sound from Paris, Nigeria gymnastics will be absent yet again. However, Onusiriuka continues her drills, setting her sights on the Olympic stage in the nearest future. Janefrances Nweze, TVC News, Abuja.